How's everyone doing? Tonight Rob is not here to do the show with me, so I'll be doing it by myself. Uh, Tomorrow, hopefully, if I talk to him, we can do a quick rundown and get his opinions on the show as well. But of course, I always want everyone to you know, comment right in the comment box below. We will I guess start off this show. Tonight started off with Laurinaitis in the ring basically asking for an apology from Cena for making fun of his voice, and then he talked about the match they're going to be having. Laurinaitis showed off a clip of some clips from him from his time wrestling in Japan. CM Punk came out, made fun of him. I don't understand still really why Punk came out besides just to make fun of him. Besides just making fun of him, it really made no sense for him to come out because Laurinaitis was not addressing CM Punk, so I was a little confused about that. I'm not saying it didn't make any sense at all, but I was a little bit, I was just questioning it a little bit. But I mean, it ended up working out in the format of the show, so that was all right. Due to the fact that CM Punk interfered in his in Laurinaitis' speech, Laurinaitis later in the night decided to place him in a handicap match versus Lord Tensai and Daniel Bryan, which ended up being a one-on tag match in which CM Punk did not win. Daniel Bryan did not do a whole lot in this match. He had about I'd say a 5-minute gap where he was in the ring, maybe a little less. It was a lot of Lord Tensai wrestling, and he was the one to finish off the match with the green mist. Daniel Bryan was able to help out, get CM Punk off the ropes as he was about to do a dive onto Lord Tensai, his patent elbow drop, and Bryan tripped him up. Also, along with interference from, I forgot the guy's name, but the Lord Tensai's manager on the outside also interfered, which allowed Daniel Bryan to push CM Punk off the turnbuckle, which allowed Lord Tensai to do the green mist move to CM Punk for the 3 count. It was a good match, and at the end, they pushed the Daniel Bryan and CM Punk feud a little further by having Daniel Bryan further attack CM Punk with the Yes Lock twice. And mock him, saying, "You're not better than me, Punk. You're not better than me." So they're really trying to hype this match up, and it's going to be good. And that should be the main event of the next pay-per-view. Another one that was big tonight was the creation. Well, let's start off this way. They had the match. It was Chris Jericho and Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus and Randy Orton, and this was a good match. And the only reason why this match was even better than maybe it was wrestling-wise was because of the match that it actually set up. At the end of the match, Sheamus accidentally kicked Randy Orton's head off after Orton had delivered an RKO. And in the process, Sheamus got distracted and took the last finisher, and he was pinned. And when they both got up, Orton proceeded to RKO Orton. And I apologize, it was the code breaker that ended the match on Sheamus. So Jericho's the one who got the pin on Sheamus after Orton and Sheamus had their little thing happen. At the end of that, Orton, like I said, had RKO'd Sheamus, and in the backstage area, Laurinaitis set up a match that would, for the pay-per-view, that would consist, it would be Chris Jericho versus Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus versus Randy Orton for, of course, Sheamus' title. It's a fatal 4-way match. There have been no other stipulations set at this point. If there would be elimination or some kind of specialty match, or it's just going to be a basic fatal 4-way. But it should be good, and I imagine They made it a lot better, and this is going to be definitely one hell of a pay-per-view. The two matches already on the card for the top two championships. Of course, WWE still needs to fix this Diva division, and its mid-cards terribly. Once again, you lackluster Divas match tonight. It was a tag match where Layla and Kelly Kelly took on Natalya and Maxine. I don't know much about Maxine, just the fact that I've seen her wrestle a few matches in NXT. Not overly impressed. I don't think she's all that great, but then again, I'm not really happy with a lot of the WWE's divas. Kelly Kelly sucks, flat out. Like I said, I don't know much about Maxine, so I'm not going to say she sucks outright, but how are you going to have only 3 good women wrestlers in a tag match that consists of 4, and then have such a shitty match? I mean, it's just, in my opinion, it's just terrible. Now, in terms of that, no really mid-card matches tonight. I mean, I guess you could consider one would have been, well, actually there was 2. Neither was for a title or even consisted of any of the real title holders. They did have an Intercontinental match, and I thought it was terrible between Big Show and Cody Rhodes. And it wasn't really even a match, so that's why I really didn't even feel to mention it. But the other 2 matches I was going to mention, which actually were both pretty good matches. Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. Kofi was about to win the match off some interference on the outside from both. Ziggler who pulled Kofi off the top rope after interference from Vicky Guerrero. Dolph Ziggler then was able to hit his patented finisher, and he was able to pin Kofi to win the match. The other match, and that, like I said, that was a good match, very good match. The other match I was talking about was Brodus Clay versus The Miz. Now, when I first saw this match, I thought it was going to be terrible. Was not all impressed with what I was going to see. I almost decided to take a piss break during it. And I'm happy I didn't. It was actually, it showed Brodus Clay has some talent. And it shows that Miz can still put on a hell of a match if you give him a chance to. In my opinion, I actually enjoyed the match. I wouldn't say it was anywhere near athletically gifted as a match you might see from guys like Daniel Bryan or Chris Jericho, but it was a good match. That actually that was one of the better matches tonight, which, like I said, WWE does not usually put on its best matches on cable. Once in a while they'll sneak you a curveball, but often it's just a fastball down the middle of the plate, and we all expect them. Like I said, tonight was a good Raw. Anyone else who watched it, please comment on the video. Please tell me what you thought about anything I said. Hope to see Charlie in the morning, and I'll probably be on the phone for a bit. I will be putting up the poll for all the name suggestions actually tomorrow. I saw that Rob had not yet added any of the members from his old forums yet, so that process has been a little slow, so I am moving the extension until tomorrow, probably around 12 o'clock. Not setting an official one, but I will set up everything tomorrow as a posted poll, so everyone's name suggestions who are in, that will be put into a poll, and at that point, I will then set whenever I do put that poll down, there will be 24 hours for people to vote, and at the end of that 24 hours, the name with the most votes will be the winner, and I will change it at that time. As for now, everyone, have a very nice night.